Hey guys, and welcome back to the Mess Girl Hotline, where I crash out on the internet and I'm insufferable on every single platform. Anyway, couple things. Wash my hair, and you know when you like, that's such a revelation! No, you know when you, I'm also not editing this one again because I'm filming it the night before. We love a productive queen. Love, not procrastination, productive. Shut up. You know when you wash your hair and then it's like a really, really good wash day, but that it just makes everything flat? That's been me, and it's just made me fucking feel ugly. Every single, like, I know I'm the sexiest human being alive, but you know the days that you just kind of wake up and you're like, ugh, I can't do anything productive because I feel like a rat-ass piece of shit? Me. Can't work out, can't read, can't go out, can't... It's another thing. Even if I get ready, I still don't feel like the sexiest bitch alive. You know what I mean? Even if I put a full face on, I'm like, it's my hair. It's my hair. But you don't want to slick it back. You don't want to, like, do something with it because it's, like, it's still fresh. So I tried everything. I even tried to give myself another bar. And I was like, no. So that's what I'm going to wear. That's what I'm going to blame my shit workout on. Because I was in Pilates and I was having such fucking brain fog. She was like, okay, so then we're going to turn to the left. And I'm like, up. Drops everything. L's up. This one. I'm not funny. Anyway. Things I want to get into this week. I watched Maze Runner. Dylan O'Brien. That's all I have to say. Dylan O'Brien! I love Dylan O'Brien in so many different ways, right? Let's talk about 2014, because I was at my peak fucking nerdiness. Fucking nerdiness? No, just peak as a little girly pop in 2014. I need to find another clip. Hold up. In 2014, when Tumblr was coming out, I was on, like, so many different types of, like, Reddit holes and YouTube holes and shit like that because of Shawn Mendes, Dylan O'Brien, and Theo James. The holy fucking trim. And also Miles Teller, but that, I'm thinking, is more of, like, a 2019, 2018 thing. I was in a deep fucking rabbit hole because of Dylan O'Brien. And the thing is, I will say this, I watched Wolfblood, but I did not like Teen Wolf. It was just not my thing. It was a bit too cringe, and I think that's just because I'm not a massive fan of, like, teen shows. Like, Gossip Girl, yes. Gilmore Girls, yes. Vampire Diaries, no. Teen Wolf, no, not my thing. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's not really... Oh, and Riverdale. Not my thing. I don't think it was anyone's thing, but the thing is, they did sign a contract to have a show for like 6 seasons, so that was not the smartest. But I remember scrolling, like, I don't even mean doom scrolling, I mean in the sense of, like, I was getting fucking wet on I was lactating out my fucking asshole that I was scrolling so much of every single fucking edit of Dylan O'Brien. I was just like, and that and Shawn Mendes. Especially when everyone was shipping him and Camila Cabello. And, like, let's be real. They were goals, but they're a bit toxic. And now they just keep going back to each other. But especially when I Know What You Did Last Summer came out. And I was like, oh! Girl! What are you doing? I want to jump on that thing. And now you see, and the thing is, he looked like a fucking twink. He was a twinky ass motherfucker. Looked like he was a gay ass fucking... What was my point? What was my point? I was going to say toothpick, but then I was like, no. But now, Shawn Mendes. Oh, mama wants to breathe. She can't breathe. No, I was obsessed. And then, do not get me started on Theo James. But the thing is, Theo James... He can't get into every single hole. If there was 6 versions of Theo James, 6 versions of Theo James, I would let him run a train on me for 10 fucking hours straight. I do not give a fuck. That man is so fine! He's so fine. He's so fine! Ah! It was me. I was obsessed with Hunger Games. Right? And also Katniss when she had her dark hair. Ah! Me drooling like a dog. Okay, right. Hunger Games, Divergent, and Maze Runner. Let me rank them. Go. Hold up. Okay. Maze Runner first. I don't care what anyone says, because the thing is, I truly believe, as girly pops, one thing that we do love is a good little rom-com. What we love is a good storyline between two lovers. And if I'm ranking it on that, I would say Divergent would be first. Because Katniss did not give a shit about Peter. Let's be real. She was just like, hey, I'm here. You know those bitches that are like the bad bitches and they just have a boyfriend? These bad bitches out here and they're like, yeah, I got a boyfriend. Yeah, he's over there. No, he's great. He's a great guy. But like, he's over there. She loves the shit out of him, but she's just like, yeah, that's him. And he's just like in the corner with his hands in his pockets. And he's like, hey. That was Katniss. Second would be Dylan O'Brien. But the thing is, I'm remembering it from what I'm remembering. So I still need to watch Scorch Trials and Death Cure. Oh, and if you haven't seen Love vs. Monsters on Netflix with Dylan O'Brien, it's like a cute little rom-com, cute little film. You guys should watch it. But yeah, the thing is, without Teresa and Thomas, it works, but it could be like Thomas's brother. Like that, the storyline would still work because Teresa dies at the end. So like, it still would work if it could be Teresa, could be his sister, and it would still work. Apart from then them kind of hooking up. You know what I mean? So does it actually matter? No. So I would say Divergent for romantics, but I would say Maze Runner at the top of all of them because it's just a really, really interesting concept in a way. I was saying this to my boyfriend yesterday. I love, like, he's very much like a Destiny, Star Wars type, sci-fi type guy. Well, not Star Wars, but you get what I'm trying to say, like that way. I'm more of like medieval, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, like wizardry. He's more into sci-fi, aliens type shit. Maze Runner is the perfect level of dystopian that it's not, the aliens are literal aliens full of like human guts and shit, but they're also robots. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's the perfect level of sci-fi without it being like too much like let's pull out this lightsabers. You know what I mean? I love those types of films. Hunger Games as well. And Divergent. But I think every single one of them have the same concept of lab rat. You know what I mean? There has to be more. I think one of them's the Pacific. Films like Maze Runner. Let me see. The Fifth Wave. I've never seen that. What Happened to Monday. Also really good. But I was just like not that into it. Maybe I have to rewatch these films. The Room of the World, Divergent, I Am Number 4. What the fuck? Oh, that was a 2011 film. The Addams Project apparently is really good. With Ryan Reynolds and shit. But we don't have... Like, we just don't have that level of... what's the word? Dystopia anymore. And I think it's genuinely because these books are so fucking good in a way that they're cringe. You get what I'm trying to say? And I think this is why most films nowadays feel shit, because most films are kind of really, really tied into the internet and phones and social media and all this shit. But the films that are like, oh, we're abandoned, or it's a horror film and there's no service and shit, or we're abandoned on an island, we have to figure it out, or like an action film. The reason all the Marvel and action films work is because like there's kind of like what's the word? There's mythics and like magic incorporated into it, but it's not like, ooh, social media, like there's phones, but they never are used because it's more the fact of like, there's so much action going on that it's not, no one's going to be pulling out a phone. You get what I'm trying to say? But films that are very much heavy-handed on like, ooh, and what was she saying on Facebook? It ruins it. It ruins it. So maybe we should have another film, because you don't even know when it's fucking set. I think the Scorch Trials were actually... Let's Google this. I think it was actually set in the future, because it's very... I guess most of these films are very much set in the future. Like, what was it? The Hunger Games, the new one, the Death of a Songbird, that was set in 3070. Because of after everything with the war and the uprising and stuff, it was like, whoop, go back to like the old ages. Maze Runner was set in what year? Oh, Maze Runner series was set in the year 232. Oh no. The first movie was set in 2151. Shit. So that's like in 1,000 years. You get what I'm trying to say? So it still works. Like it just still works. Oh my god, should we deep dive into the theories? Let's look at some theories, guys. What are some theories? Let's look on Reddit. Maze Runner wiki. r/Maze Runner /hot daddy dilfs. See, what I think is really, really cool is when I was younger, I was a massive person into like Alien, Assassin's Creed, Fallout, this type of shit. So there was a massive connection between Maze Runner and Fallout, which I think is fucking sick, to the point where the flare virus, at the starting point, the pandemic, or the nuclear apocalypse, then certain things as like pranks and mutants and the progression of the virus and shit like that. So it really can intertwine with each other. But I just had a point. Oh yeah, the Gorge. Miles Teller. Fuck me with 10 versions of yourself. Run a train on me and then slit my throat and then throat fuck me both ways. Add another hole if you want. I fucking love Miles Teller. And the Gorge, I don't know if I've spoken about it before on here, but the Gorge. It is the perfect fucking level of sci-fi weapons, hot shit, hot man, yearning. There is finger marks in this desk from years of me doing this, watching films and just like see, you know that guy on TikTok that's like training his hands to be like dog-like? He's like 130 days of me rubbing dog medicine onto my hands to get extra grip. Bitch, give me a fucking Miles Teller lookalike contest and you will have to hold me the fuck back, because I will jump on that shit. The fuck? When The Gorge came out, I remember texting my boyfriend being like, oh my god, have you watched this? You would fucking love this film. He's like, yeah, I watched it months ago. I don't know if I told you guys this before or not. He was like, yeah, I've watched it months ago. Excuse-moi! We are breaking up! We are breaking the fuck up! You watched good film with sexy daddy dilfs. Yeah, yearning, weapons, post-apocalyptic, mythical creatures, and you went, I'm not gonna tell my girlfriend. You were preying on my downfall. Sir, you are preying on my downfall! You don't want me gushing like fucking waterfall, okay? What the fuck? Oh, I love The Gorge. I need to rewatch. I'm gonna rewatch The Gorge. Wait, what is that? It's that one edit of The Gorge of like Miles Teller and like Anya, and it's like, is it Anya or Anna? I think it's Anna Taylor-Joy. And it's just them to like a Young Gravy song, or is it Baby No Money? And I'm just like, anyway, Anyway. Here's the crazy things. I'm sitting there with my boyfriend and we're watching it and he's like, you know what has Newt been in? And I'm like, Love Actually. And I'm asking, like, he's asking all these questions. And I was like, did you know that in 2014 there was a massive fan fiction about them two and that they were, like, roughing each other? They were literally, like, eating it out from the back in the hammocks. And then he dies. And that's why in the last film there's so much sadness when they die. Or Newt dies. Because he was actually just, they were actually just hooking up. He looks at me like I'm crazy. Oh my god, insert picture of last night. That was crazy. That was crazy. That was peak male performance. And if you don't know what the picture looks like, peak male performance, me hunched over with in my new mug, my beautiful new mug. It was £3 in my cold matcha ass latte, face mask on, hair in bun, hunched over, drooling over Dylan O'Brien. Takes 05 picture. I'm gonna kill this man. Still looks sexy as fuck. Still looks sexy as fuck! Oh my god. What else should we look into? I need to watch the other films, because I actually haven't... I don't actually remember a lot. But it's like, do I wait for my boyfriend or do I rewatch it myself? I'm gonna rewatch it myself. Who cares? I'll just cream over him, like, later on. I love it. But the thing is, out of all of them, Divergent is good. But it just seems a bit... not, like, gay! You know what I mean? But, like... like, I don't know. There's something about it that's a bit more like it's for teens. You know, it's for teens. And then Hunger Games is really, really good. But I think it's only good near the final two. But then Maze Runner, for me, it's like, it's not too cheesy. But you get what I'm trying to say? It's not too woke, it's not too cheesy. It's just a good fucking film. If someone else has, like, any recommendations of any films that are like Maze Runner, I will lick your asshole. Because I've been looking for fucking years. Like, actual years. And there's nothing good. But I need someone, right? Oh, Uglies. Should I watch Uglies? Is it actually good? Is it a good film? Let me see this. Why people didn't like the Uglies movie? Oh, the portrayal of special circumstances. Ooh! They were not so open. Second, the way that she looks. She looks way too normal. Isn't that the whole part of the film? I don't understand. In the dystopian world of Uglies, the appearance is everything. Basically, what happens is you're afforded a surgery when you turn 16 so you can look any way that you want. It's the belief of society that we should all look the way that we want. But even if you all looked the way that you want, wouldn't it still be subjective to who finds you attractive? Like, if all of us looked like Megan Fox, we would still find the people that don't attractive. You get what I'm trying to say? Maybe I should just watch it before judging it, but, like, girl, it was released in 2024. What mask does Tally wear? Smart a heaps of... right, I don't give a fuck. I actually don't give a fuck. Passengers watched it mid. I'll say it, and I said it. Also, Interstellar, mid. But again, that's because I don't like sci-fi in that sense. And then also, we were talking about... oh, you guys aren't gonna care. We were just talking about, like, games and stuff like Destiny and... not War Thunder. Warhammer? No, I would love to paint Warhammer figurines. I need to go to the next London Comic Con and vlog that shit. Because I am, like... the biggest fucking nerd. Hitch! I am the Hitch! What's the new fucking game? Soul Crusher. No, it's not Soul Crusher. It'll come to me. It'll come to me and I'll scream into the mic and I'll do a fucking funny bit and all this fucking shit. Anyway, moving on. Oh my god, I just googled pop culture interests that were trending all over 2014. And of course we have Tumblr and We Heart mood boards, Wattpad fan fictions, basically One Direction and 5 Stars everywhere. We know this. Everything in deep, like, black and white, very, very, like, rock on! Shut up. Anyway. Here is where it gets good. Number 1, Fault in Our Stars. I do not care what anyone fucking says, yeah? Fault in Our Stars is one of the, I think is genuinely maybe better than The Notebook. I'll say it. I will say it. The Notebook is good. It's good, but it's generic. The first time me remembering the get sick trope, I don't know if that's the actual name for it, but like get sick trope. We have Fault in Our Stars. Everything. Don't go outside. 5 feet apart. There's more. There is more. I sound like my vibrator. I can't remember, but you get what I'm trying to say. There's a fly. Girl, you're being a bit dramatic. It was huge. Huge. I loved Fault in Our Stars. I love Fault in Our Stars so much that I will keep rewatching it. It is like once a year, but it's a full. Let me get into this because I love a good bit of so far. I love fall. I love fall. I love autumn. I love the spooky season. I really want to do a Pearl Halloween costume or even just Pearl like cosplay for Halloween so badly. Like me, titties out, dungarees, blue eyeshadow, big blowout with an axe and a bloody neck. I want that shit. I feel like I would look so fucking sexy, you know? And also, you don't have to be sexy for Halloween, because I've literally gone as like a blow up dinosaur and pitbull before. That's fine. I've never really done sexy apart from like when I was like 13. But this year I really want to do like sexy. I have nowhere to go though. I have like nowhere to go. So that's not fun. What's my point? I love candles. I love mugs. I love spooky season. You can only watch the Harry Potter films. I've said this before. You can only watch the Harry Potter films between October and November at most, but only after Halloween or starting within Halloween, because the first film is based on Halloween, basically, or around that time. So it's the perfect time to do it because if you scatter them into like movie nights, if you get what I mean, throughout the weeks, you have the perfect timing of Halloween, Christmas, and then close up to New Year's, you can watch the Deathly Hallows. So then you finish before New Year's, and then you're like, oh, they started a new school. Cool, I'm starting a new year. Life is great. Life is great. So do that, basically. Anyway, what was my point? Oh, Paper Towns. I had the biggest crush on Cara Delevingne, but everyone did. She was like the MILF of the fucking century. Alaska and Paper Towns, like everyone was looking for them by John Green. Love that. Excuse me. Now getting into Me Before You. I take it back. Me Before You is better than Fault in Our Stars. Do I stand by that? I just have a massive thing for Emma Clarke. And also, I have never actually seen Game of Thrones properly. Should I get into it? That one scene. That one scene of Jason Momoa. Me and my friends will just sit around a table and like have silence, and then once in a while we'll just look up at each other and go, Girth Master. Just Girth Master. Oh, I love that man. Anyway, what was my point? I'm slurring my fucking words like I'm drunk. I'm not. Also, I've been thinking about getting drunk again, right? And I don't mean it in the sense of like, oh, I should go out for a drink and stuff. Like, I haven't been drinking because I've been like training and stuff, and also, as we know, I don't really like drinking, but I also don't like going out. I love going out in different countries. I love going out and dancing in like Paris or Italy, all these different places, because it's fun. You know what I mean? But when it comes to London, it's so shit. Or everywhere that I've been, apart from like the cool like nighttime wine bars, then it's been fun. But I'm the type of girl that would fucking thrive in like a honky tonk bar. Like I would fucking I can't fucking talk. I would thrive in a dingy dive bar or Coyote Ugly type shit and just get my titties out, and I would just like play pool and all this shit. And I've spoken about all this shit before because I'm unoriginal. And I haven't been doing anything. I've literally been stressing over the pop-up and like going to Reformer Pilates because I was just like, I want to try something new. I want to have something fun. Live, laugh, love. But apart from that, I am so unoriginal. I'm going to actually kill myself. Like oh my God, I have nothing to say. I'm going to, I'll be back when I calm myself down. You know what I've really been getting into? Baking. And I mean, we already know this, but I have managed to bake a apple strudel, cinnamon buns, which I have to redo. Yeah, I don't know. I've just been on my like cooking kick, and I did just buy a tiny. Oh no, wait! I also made a banoffee pie, which girl got her ass eating crazy. Love, and then I also ate the whole banoffee pie. I'm joking. I don't eat sweet treats, but he did. What else have I made? I really want to make a cherry pie, but as I was saying, I just bought a portion pot, and I want to start this series where I want to learn how to bake, or I want to learn how to cook things, but I need to stop cooking for an entire family of people. You know what I mean? Because I kind of grew up in a massive family, so I kind of know how to cook for so many people, but I don't want to have so many leftovers. So I bought like a little, like it's tiny, like maybe it's the size of like 2 hands put together, and I want to learn how to bake, so then if I am baking, I actually know what I'm doing. I also made a crumble. That was really good as well, but I desperately want to make and French toast. I just made French toast, which was really good as well. Again, I want to make a cherry pie, and I think the second thing I really want to make is maybe a cinnamon roll, but like one big cinnamon roll. That could be really, really fun. Other things I love about the season. There is something so nice about, like, there's something so nice about you going for a walk with a hot drink, and it's not too cold yet that you can still just wear a jacket, and you go for a walk in the park, and like one of the big parks with, I remember like around this time last year, I went on like I don't go on first dates, right? I don't do the first dates thing, but I went on the first date with this guy, and we went out, and I think we played pool or whatever in London, or we went ice skating, some shit like that, and the whole time it was just really fucking awkward in a way, because he was very much like, not vanilla, I'm not going to say vanilla, but he was just like a normal chill guy. And let's be real, I'm a bit crazy, and I immediately kind of knew I immediately knew that I would be the manic pixie dream girl. You know what I mean? Like, I just knew. I knew this guy the only thing interesting about him would be me. And I didn't want it. So it's in that, like, awkward moment where it's like, you can't leave yet, but you want to be nice. So you still spend some time with him for, like, maybe, like, 3 hours and something like that. And you just spend a tiny bit more time with them, and it's completely chill. But then by the end of the night, you have to kind of tell them that, like, hey, sorry, not really my thing. I'm gonna move on. And then you just feel really bad. But I also said to myself, I need to stop letting myself just not say no. Because I'm so much of a person that's like, oh, if I want to say no, I'll say no now. But back then I used to be like, yeah, I don't care. I'll just go along with it. Whatever. I'll just go along with it. And I got into so many situations where these people were so nice and they were so lovely. Nothing wrong with them. They were just not my vibe. And I think sometimes you just have to be okay with saying to yourself, you're just not for me. Like, you're literally just not for me, and that's okay. And I'm gonna move on now. You know? Well, the thing is, I was talking about this with my friends over dinner. They came around and we had like a little like pasta wine night. I've been loving having my girls around, and at the end of the month, I think maybe at the end of September, or when it gets a tiny bit, I think September would be perfect because October's going to be a bit too cold. I'm going to have a dinner where everyone comes around. It's going to be like a full dinner, and I'm going to bake some sweet treats, which is going to be really, really cute. And then for dinner, I might do like some stew, or I also might do some meats, maybe like a little Thanksgiving. I've never done a little Thanksgiving. Maybe I'll do like a chicken or a turkey, some duck. Oh, that would be nice. And everyone just comes around and sits and like it's really nice like candlelight and shit, you know? We can use my sauna. Oh my god, we can use my sauna. I wish I had a hot tub. If I had a hot tub, I would go crazy in that shit. I would never leave. I would have a bottle of Prosecco in my hand and I would be filling that shit up with Lush bath bombs. I'd be going bacussy crazy. I would be putting my whole bacussy. I would be putting my entire bacussy in that fucking Lush bath bomb. What's the word? Hot tub. Ha! Hot tub. Yeah. I would put my entire bacussy in a Lush bath... In a... Ooh, I'm gonna stick my fingers down my throat like I'm fucking Hannah Baker. I swear to God, I can't speak and I look like a fucking Italian. Anyway. What was my point? I love fall. I love fall so much. But no, I really want to do that. But then I also have so many things that I just kind of want to get into. Like, me slowly buying all these mugs and stuff. I want to start preparing for... I don't think I've said this before, but I want to start preparing for my future home. Like, I want to just start buying stuff and then putting it into a, like, storage bin and then just putting it upstairs in my loft. You get what I mean? I think there's nothing wrong with that. Like, forks and dish towels and just bedding, especially if I find it cheap, or, like, good stuff that I have found, like, at charity shops and shit. I think there's nothing wrong with that, and you guys should go into it. But I love my new cup. I love my new cup. Oh, what else have I made? I made French toast. Over this weekend, I think I've baked way too much. I've made spaghetti bolognese from scratch. I did... What did I make? Oh, spaghetti bolognese. Then a banoffee pie. Then I had... Well, I didn't eat it, but, like, we had French toast for breakfast. Then, like, not sugar-coated. Espresso shaken vanilla coffees. Even though I'm not like a frappuccino type bitch. I love an Oreo frappe from Starbucks, but I only get it when I'm ragingly hungover. But any type of like cinnamon swirl, toasted caramel type shit is not my thing. Especially in drinks. Not my thing. What else have I made? And then for dinner last night, oh my god, the tea. So I went to Westfields to do some shopping, maybe just walk around with my boyfriend, and again, got a mug and stuff. But I did stop at Superdrug to get a couple things. There's this brand, Mako Beauty. It basically does the dupes of every single brand. Like, I mean, Charlotte Tilbury, Glossier, Dior, all these different things. And the products, like, I have half of the products. And I bought them just to try out. Especially the lip glosses, the skin tints, the Drunk Elephant skin tints and stuff. And I ended up picking up the Super Glow Bronzing Drops, which is the Drunk Elephant dupes. And also the Mako Beauty Miracle Flawless Pressed Powder, which is the Charlotte Tilbury dupe. I love it. Like, I actually love it. The quality is amazing. And then I got a couple other lipsticks and lip balms and stuff like that, which are also the exact same as everything else I have. And I was like, you know what? Number one, I hope they never go out of, like, not store, but I hope they never go out of business, because this is amazing. And also, I kind of want to know their lawsuit, because how the fuck have they pulled this off? I do not know. They do not care. They are advertised as, like, a dupe, and I would love to work with them one day. That was my point. But yeah, I was walking around, like, Westfield. I was like, oh my god, loving this shit. Love everything. Love mama. And then by the end of the day, I was just like, I'm starving. But I couldn't find anything because I really wanted to go to this one diner in Ilford, which is called Bob's Diner. But it was the fact that I looked at it and I was like, as much as I love the aesthetic, it's a bit mid. Like, the food looks mid, so why am I going to go and then pay like 30 quid just for a dinner? Well, I'm not going to be paying, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, why am I going to go for a mid fucking dinner just to be in this atmosphere that is not like actually the vibe? So we went home and we bought some burgers and we made these smash burgers. And I mean, the burgers were thick enough for one burger alone. So for me to put two burgers together, I was like, it was double stacked up. It had an egg and grilled onions. His one had smash burger, cheddar cheese, then Kewpie mayo, an egg, grilled onion, and bacon. Mine had cheddar, beef, Kewpie mayo, lettuce, sun-dried tomatoes, cheese. More cheese. Did I have onions on mine? Oh, and some bacon. It was more of like a BLT, if you get what I mean, but it was stunning. And then I made chips from scratch for the first time, and I was just like, I'm kind of in my Nara Smith era. Like, everything I'm like, it's fine, I'll make it out of scratch. I'll make it out of scratch. I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. What is wrong with me? I actually don't know what's wrong with me. I've just been loving all this shit. I don't know. I think I've spoken about being like a holistic. That's what I mean. I have nothing original to say. I've spoken about being like a holistic human in the future, like eating, like drinking bone broth and all these things. And the thing is, it is like nearly 9 p.m. here. And I don't even know what I want to eat, but I know I'm getting snackish. I know I have like a chia seed pudding downstairs. But I also might just go make some pastina, which is basically like Italian penicilling, which is like tiny little pastas put together, like little stars, a little alphabet and stuff, and it's just cooked in like stock cubes, which is quite nice. So I might make that and just have myself like a little soup, and then finish watching Maze Runner, which is really, really cute. And also, I know I haven't said anything enlightening about or in this entire podcast, but I hope you guys enjoyed, because I was gonna flake out and be like, I have so much stress on my mind that I'm just not gonna do it. And then I went, no, I am better than this. I'm gonna stand up. Anyway, goodbye. I fucking hate myself. Goodbye. Love you. See you next week.